So in this video we're going to look at that annoying double beep when you lock your Transit Custom. Even though all your doors are shut, the van's telling you that the side door's open. Let's find out what causes it and how to fix it. Okay, your first place to look, and near enough always the culprit, is this pin switch on the side door. It's at the rear, where it meets the rear edge of the sliding door. They're about 12 quid on Amazon, eBay, or get them wherever you like. Cheap copies, but they work well. Failing that, you could have a problem with this 3-pin switch here, or even the contacts on the opposite side. You might just need to give those a clean up, or even a little rub down with some very fine emery cloth or wire wool. Now this van in its nearly 7 years has already had 2 of these pin switches. Like I say, they're about 12 quid, dead easy to fit, problem solved. So this is number 3 going in. Easy to do, there's already a hole cut out, there's nothing to remove inside. You can easily access the plug socket and wriggle that free. Just push it out, it just clips in. Push it out. You can just see on there the little way the little tab works to free that socket. So push it outwards, remove the socket, split it apart while it's outside the van, nice and easy. Refit, push your new one back in. Literally a sort of a 10-minute job, I guess, realistically, to fiddle about the first time. Nice and cheap, nice and easy to fix. Hopefully, problem solved. Now, unlike a lot of YouTubers, or men in general, I'm more than happy to say I'm an absolute tit. So, in the process of filming, I managed to take the old pin switch off and pick the old one back up and refit the, the old switch. So, here's the new one, and hopefully it'll work, because now we're going to actually fit the new pin switch. You can see it's nice and clean. It's exactly the same as the other one, except it's shiny. Because if you aren't quite sure if you've done a complete cock-up, well, compare them both. Yep, that looks old. What an idiot. Hey, for about another 12 or 15 quid, you can get the complete 3-pin switch. So we're going to fit that this time and see if it actually solves the problem. It wasn't third time lucky with the pin switch. This little guy has never let me down. I've changed a couple, always fixes the problem for quite some time. Didn't work. You've seen how to do it. So we're going to move on, and we're going to actually have a bash at removing and changing the triple switch, the triple pin switch here, and hope, as it's original, that'll be the problem. And, you know, it will fix the problem. Okay, so we've got a Torx bit in there. Much to my disgust, I don't even think it's a Torx-headed screw, but the Torx bit fits and is working, but it didn't help get it out. And here you can see why. I've got the door card off the side. We've put the phone in with the light on. I can't see, but the phone can see. It's either a type of rivet or a single-use fastener, but whatever, I can't get a tools or my hand on the back of that to sort of hold it still. My hand I can get on it, but there's no way I can hold it tight enough to undo, so time for a change. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure I put the new one in this time and not the old one. Good God. By the way, they're handed. Make sure you put it in the right way round. was going to use a plastic fastener, 2 in fact, but I haven't got any small enough. So hopefully I'll just put a couple of rivets in there. So you don't need to remove your door card and damage the vapor seal underneath, because you don't need to go in there, even though it might feel like that's a nut and bolt spinning round. Okay, I'm going to clean the contacts on the opposite side. I've got some contact cleaner, but as I said, give them rub over with anything, just make sure they're shiny. You've got a new switch and nice shiny contacts. It should all work out a treat. Okay, there's a possible chance I should have tried this first. So the door's been open thousands of times. Maybe it's kind of not quite as tight as it once was. You can see there the part of the door, the rear of the door, that lines up with a pin. I'm just putting a little pad on there, just a sticky pad that I'd already got that sticks out maybe 3mm, to see if it will push that pin in further. And you know, it's a new pin, it didn't work, but maybe it will. Yes, it does. I could have saved myself 25 or 30 quid and, I don't know, an hour of my life. There you go. Now I'm sure the electrically minded among you could probably have whipped out either switch, put a meter across them and worked out whether or not they're faulty, thereby saving yourself spending a few quid. For me, it was easier to just get something delivered the next day, costing 12 quid, and chuck it in. Or it was the previous 2 times.